Go away.
Yeah, no worries.
So again, get yourself sat comfy as you like in the chair, with your 2 feet on the floor and your hands out in front of you about so far, so that you're looking up towards your fingers. And when you're happy and your hands are clasped tight and your palms are clasped tight, just give me a nod and let me know you're ready to go.
Yeah, ready, mate.
All I want you to do there is just begin to imagine on your fingers. Just keep focused on them fingers again once more. As you know, them magnets on the ends of your fingers, just imagine them pulling together tighter and tighter and tighter, and just notice if you notice your eyes beginning to blink. And as you notice that your breathing begins to slow down to a comfortable level for you, and as that hand gets tighter and tighter and tighter, and your eyes begin to get even more tired once again, just feeling that sensation and just beginning to feel that sensation of hypnosis, as your eyes just want to close down all the way down. And whenever I use the word sleep, just helping you just to close your eyes tighter and tighter and tighter. And just when you know you don't want to open them anymore, just allow them to stay closed, and just only imagine now all them muscles around your eyes just beginning to relax. And as you let your arms fall to your knees slowly and peacefully now, just begin to notice your breathing slowing down to a comfortable level for you. And as your breathing slows down to that comfortable level and you notice it, maybe perhaps just relaxing even more now. And when I use that word sleep, just going 10 times deeper down now. As you head down into your hypnosis deeper than you've ever been before, knowing that you can make this fantastic change to your life right now, right today, on this very Christmas Eve. And just using that word sleep again now, just all the way down even deeper. As you head down now, 10 times deeper, 20 times deeper, 30 times deeper, 40 times deeper, all the way down to this fantastic state. And just be aware of your breathing slowing down again, and that with every breath you take, just notice how relaxing that becomes. With each and every breath you take, just helping you to go deeper. And the deeper you go, the more you relax. And the more you relax, the deeper down into your hypnosis, finding it extremely relaxing. And as you relax even further down now, knowing that you're going to make this fantastic change to your life. And as you begin to just drift and wander and wander and drift, I'd like you now just to imagine drifting and floating to a mystical, magical place, somewhere that you've always wanted to visit, somewhere that you've always wanted to be, somewhere where you can make these fantastic lifestyle changes that you are here to make. As you drift and float and drift and float, as soon as you find that mystical, magical place, just give me a nod and let me know you found it.
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to drop into that place right there, right now, just as you are, and see everything you can possibly see around you. Take even more notice of everything you can possibly see, everything you can hear, and just beginning to feel everything that you can possibly feel, and feel this, and notice how sensitive your touch becomes to that feeling. As I keep you here now for a couple of moments, for a couple of minutes, just knowing that this place is especially for you, only for you, to be able to make these changes that you want to make for yourself, for your family, for your health. When you know you've made these fantastic changes, and you know that tonight's or today is the day that you're going to stop that smoking, I just want you to see everything even more clearly around you, even more sharply. Your hearing even more acute, as the touch, with everything that you touch, being even more sensitive. And when you can see everything even more clearly and hear everything even more acutely, and when you can feel everything with even more sensitivity, I just want you to give me a nod when you're ready to make this change. And just begin to imagine now I'd just like to take you back to the time when you started smoking. Just imagine that very first cigarette, the time when you started, the first time you ever smoked. Maybe as a young kid, maybe as a teenager, however old you was when you smoked that first cigarette. And when you found that time as that younger person when you first started smoking and you found that time and you can see yourself, just give me a nod and let me know you're there. And I'd just like you now to imagine, with your powerful imagination and with the powerful help of your subconscious mind, where you're going to make these changes. Just imagine being there right now, dropping into that place right there as you are now, and seeing yourself as that younger person taking that first drag of that cigarette and asking him why he's smoking that cigarette. Maybe it's because of peer pressure, maybe it's to be one of the lads, maybe it was a joke, maybe it was a dare. I don't know, but you do. Being right there at that very time that you smoked your very first cigarette. I just want you now just to see that younger you and just give him some words of advice now and tell him how stupid he's being and what it can cost him, how much it's going to cost him, how stupid he is for taking that first drag of that cigarette, how disgusting it is. And as you begin to tell him, I'd just like you now to see him smoking that cigarette. And as he smokes that first cigarette, I'd like you to feel that first cigarette as well. Remember taking that first cigarette as I get you now just to take that first drag of that cigarette and remember how disgusting that taste was when you took that first cigarette. And you coughed maybe. And the more you smoked it, the more you felt sick. And knowing that it was completely disgusting at the time, maybe not knowing the health benefits or the health disbenefits of it, but just knowing how disgusting that taste was. And I want you to remember that taste now. And I'd like you to imagine that very first cigarette, and I'd like you to imagine feeling that very first cigarette as you just keep smoking it and dragging on it and dragging on it and dragging on it. And the more you drag on it now, just beginning to feel that sense of sickness as that saliva begins to build in your mouth. And just notice that saliva building as you keep dragging on that cigarette, each and every puff you take in, as you begin to feel that sick rising all the way through your chest to your neck, all the way through your neck as your mouth gets even more watery now. And although you may feel sick, you won't be sick because you're only imagining. But just imagine that feeling now 10 times more now. That amplifying that feeling 10 times of that feeling sick, that watery mouth, and just notice how watery your mouth is now. Noticing how much you want to be sick, knowing how disgusting that taste is, noticing how disgusting your breath smells. Just notice that's right. 10 times even more now. Just notice that feeling. Absolutely disgusting. You won't be sick. You'll only you'll only imagine, just imagine. And just begin to know now that it's going to be okay because you're going to make these changes. And as that saliva begins to die down and that sickness feeling decides to all just level all the way back down now, just going back down now, everything coming back to normal. I'd just like you to remember that feeling now as everything goes back to normal because you're going to make these changes. And knowing that every time in the future, whenever you put a cigarette to your mouth, that this is how the feeling's going to be. The closer you get to mouth with a cigarette in your hand, the more that mouth will begin to water, the more you'll feel sick. So as we make these changes now, I just want you to go back to that young lad and tell him how stupid he is. Tell him what he's doing wrong. Show him the way. Tell him that you're going to sort it now. Tell him that you're going to make the changes and that he's stupid for ever starting. And when you've told him that he's stupid and he knows that he's stupid, just give me a nod and let me know. And now you can begin to let that feeling go as you begin to become this non-smoker that you know you have to be for your health. Knowing that this heart attack was only a warning and at the next time it might not be a warning. And just imagine that now, should you carry on smoking, that the health, just imagine your health. And just for a moment and just for a brief time, I'd like you to imagine that your smoking has taken you to the hospital and that you're laid in this hospital bed that you can hardly breathe. That oxygen mask is on and you're struggling for your breath. And as you struggle for your breath, as you open your eyes slightly, you can see your family stood around your bedside, all crying, all needing you, all of them wanting you, and that you can't even raise your hand, not the energy to raise your hand to hold one of them. And this could be a reality if you're carrying on smoking, as you well know. And when you can see yourself in that bed and you know that you can see your loved ones around you crying and praying for your recovery, when you can see that and you can feel that, I just want you to give me a nod. And just begin to imagine now that you've felt that emotion, and now that you can see yourself, should you carry on smoking, just knowing what may happen. I just want you to even think even more and be able to make this change of smoking into being a non-smoker this very moment. So just begin to imagine now, in the future, in 3 months' time, being smoke-free. Having stopped your smoking from this moment forward, knowing that you're no longer a smoker, you are a non-smoker. Making that change not only for you, but for your family, for your health, for your finances, and just begin to notice how good that feels instead. No longer that sick feeling, no longer feeling that emotion of being so poorly that you can't lift your hands and you can't breathe. But as your breathing actually gets better, just see yourself now in 3 months' time being a non-smoker. Being able to breathe that air more deeply, being able to find yourself being able to exercise better, to be able to walk better, to be able to do everything better that you can't do now. Knowing that the risk of that heart attack just disappearing and fading away as you've made that fantastic choice to be a non-smoker and stop smoking from this moment forward. And just begin to notice how good that feels now. And not only that, but the balance in your wallet getting bigger and bigger by not buying them cigarettes or smoking, whatever it is you're smoking. Just begin to notice your wallet getting better, your health getting better, your breathing becoming better, your oxygen levels, being able to take in more of that fresh air, helping your body to do what it needs to do, helping you live longer, helping you enjoy the life of your family. And now that you know that this is the path that you want to go down, you have 2 roads in front of you. You have that road of not smoking anymore, having them benefits, having that financial benefit, having that health, having a longer life with your family and your grandkids. Or you can take the other road and carry on smoking. And as you carry on smoking, your health getting worse, as each and every cigarette you smoke only goes to help your health to deteriorate. So it's your choice from this moment forward on which road you take, whether you take road A to health or whether you take that road B and staying on the same path you are and your health deteriorating as you go along. I just want you to tell me whether you're going to take that road A or that road B.
Road A.
Just imagine taking that road now and carry on walking down that path, however you see it. Just walk down that path now, leaving road B behind you, and as you do so, don't look back. And just begin to feel the benefits of taking this new path that you're making. And as you make them changes, and with the powerful help of your subconscious mind, where you can make this your new neural pathway, your new dominant way of thinking, and will succeed and will be a non-smoker from this moment forward, and you know you are going to be a non-smoker from this moment forward. Just give me that nod and make that change now. Just begin to notice your breathing from this moment better now. Take a deep breath in and just begin to notice that air cleaner as you begin this road to being healthier, to being fitter, to having a longer life, to be able to serve your family, your friends, even better than you have before. Always having 3 solutions to every problem you come across in your life, and always being able to find one of them solutions from the 3 to solve easily and quickly that problem, to every problem your life fetches you. And what I'd like you to do is you keep on walking this path A. As you may begin to notice some cravings in the future, but as them cravings come on, I want you to close your eyes and see you walking along path A even more. And the more you see yourself walking along that path A, just take a moment out to see yourself on that road, doing exactly what you're doing now, feeling the best you've ever felt in a long time, knowing that you've got this. You are no longer a smoker, you are a non-smoker. And each and every time that craving comes on, knowing that it will only last for around 20 minutes. And that as long as you close your eyes and think about this pathway that you're walking, that craving just reduces even quicker, even more quickly. Always being able to get over that craving. Always, always. And just notice it now as a craving comes on for a cigarette, and just notice that as that pathway that you're walking, as it becomes more clearer, and as that craving just comes and goes and comes and goes. And it just gets easier and easier and easier with every step you take on that path, knowing that you are no longer a smoker, will not smoke, don't want to smoke, and just beginning to remember how you will feel should you put a cigarette to your mouth. As that watery mouth begins to return and everything else that comes with it, that sick feeling beginning to rise. And should you smoke that cigarette, exactly that's going to happen. But because you've chosen this road, this pathway A to your healthier lifestyle, to your richer pockets, and to the love of your loved ones, being able to live longer, live happier, live healthier, and to be that person you want to be. And when you know you've made that change and that you are no longer a smoker and you don't want to smoke, and the thought of that cigarette just brings on that feeling, and you know you've made that change and you've installed this new program, and that program's running from this moment forward, knowing that you've made the better choice for your life, your family, your health. Just give me that nod and make that change now. As I begin to fetch you back out of this hypnosis, your hypnosis, whenever we work together in the future, being able to find this relaxing state so easily, so quickly, and even deeper than you've ever been before. As I fetch you back slowly from 5 to 1, with each number I count back from, just confirming with your powerful subconscious mind and thanking your powerful subconscious mind for making them changes for you today, for you right now, and for you to carry that change forward. So 5, slowly coming back from your hypnosis now. And 4, taking a big deep breath in and confirming all them changes that you are this new non-smoker. Just feel how good that feels. As 3, coming round even more and confirming it once again, and 2 eyes beginning to open, and 1 back in the room as a non-smoker. Feeling absolutely fantastic for making them changes. You feel?
Oh,
Did you see some shit there?
yeah, I don't know where the coughing came from.
Ready to be sick, but you weren't going to be sick.
Yeah. Mate, thank you.
Are you a smoker or a non-smoker?
No, I'm not a smoker. I'll get my fags and I'll break
Please
them
do.
for you.
Absolutely, let's do it. Do it for everybody else you've just seen on here. Bear in mind, cigarettes, guys, 12 quid, maybe 10 quid.
That's the packet. That's all that I've got in there.
I can't see them there, matey. All right. Yeah.
That's the cigarettes.
Do your thing. And just as a bit of reassurance for you, I want you to get one half with the filter on and start to put it towards your mouth. Grab hold of
I'm just getting rid of them. But I'm just breaking them all up. I don't need it.
Absolutely.
Seriously.
But just to show you what happens, should you try to put one towards your mouth, just grab the filter end of one of them broken cigarettes. And I want you to start to put it towards your mouth if you was going to smoke it.
No, my hand's shaking. I can't because my hand's shaking. I don't want it anyway.
Good. There you go. You're done. And you've made that change, matey. I guided you where you needed to be. And you just did. You just made them changes for you, for your family. Are you married?
No. But I've got a youngster, 5 years old, so I need to be around a bit longer for her.
Absolutely do, buddy. Absolutely. I'm so glad you've made that change. I'm pleased for you, and thank you for coming on and doing it, because I've just showed everybody on this live stream how fantastic that is.
Yeah, the only thing I can't figure out is like why I started to feel like I was crying. I don't know. I don't get it.
At what point did you feel? I couldn't see that. At what point did you start to feel you was crying? What was I telling you?
I could just feel tears coming down my face when you said to me, "Open your eyes a little bit and look at your family."
Oh, well, obviously, because this was you laid in a hospital bed, close to death, not being able to breathe, and not even having the energy to be able to lift your hand, whilst your family are stood there wanting to cuddle you.
And that's not like I'm not giving you crap because I don't need to. Do you know what I mean? I felt tears starting to come down my face.
That was your emotion, because at that moment, that experience was real for you. You was in that hospital bed. You couldn't breathe. You had the oxygen mask on. You couldn't lift your hand up, and you could see your family crying. So that emotion was real for you. That experience was real for you. And you had to feel that to know what could happen should you carry on smoking. And that could become a reality should you carry on smoking. I'm not saying it will, but it could quite easily become that reality should you carry on smoking. But
not anymore, it won't.
You didn't choose that path B anymore to carry on smoking. You chose that path A. So the next time, when you wake up in the morning, should you have any sort of craving, just close your eyes, see yourself on that road again, that path, whatever it was you was walking, and you'll just sail on by that craving. And then cravings will last for about 20 minutes at first, and they're quite... So you might get 2 cravings in an hour, but after a day or so, that craving will go down to 1 craving in a day, and it'll just get less and less and less. But by just closing your eyes and visualizing that path and doing exactly what we've just said you're going to do, you'll stay a non-smoker, and you'll be healthier and more money in your pocket, and being there for your 5-year-old daughter, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, and I can't thank you enough, mate. Seriously.
What I would suggest is I don't know, are you on Facebook as well?
Yeah.
Please have a look at Yorkshire Hypnosis Therapies, which is my page, and leave me a review. That would help me out more than anything.
Yeah, I'll do that without a doubt, mate. No problem.
And to any of your mates on TikTok or friends, if you want to give me a like or do whatever, or I don't know, but certainly on the Yorkshire. On here, I had to call myself Yorkshire Hypnosis Therapy because it wouldn't allow me the longer title. But on Facebook, it's